YouTube. This is Bayu here. This is gonna be a very short video, around 5 minutes. So basically, to explain to you, my producer says no, it will be, because we had to publish this today. She got to do some business, but nevertheless, I did not post a video before because I was completely immersed on the conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan. And by now you know me that I like history, real history, not Western history that they want to change. And at the beginning of the conflict lasted 6 weeks. At the beginning, the first 3 weeks, it was kind of give and take, kind of tied, because the main battles were fought in the north, and they were artillery battles. 155 millimeters on both sides, actually the same piece, the D-30, which is an old right after World War II. 153 is 152.5 millimeters, so it's 153 millimeters. The US is 155, so the bullet, the rounds is a little bit smaller by 2 millimeters. But the point here is that like the Chinese old general Cao stated in one of his military reports that deception is the key in any war. If you don't trick the enemy, he's ahead. If you trick the enemy, you're ahead. And when the battle was being fought on north of the disputed area, all the forces, all the main groups of the Azerbaijani army were grouped in the south. This is why they only took 3 weeks to go all the way up and take half of the territory, which is a decent amount of land. But for those who are not in the military, three lessons they are learned over here, and the Turkish are talking, the Russians, retired officers are talking. Of course, the French, they're idiots. And you tell them, Petit, whatever his name is, Petit Thief, that he's a nobody, okay? They don't count. The Germans are not getting involved because they know that Germany is full of Turkish, and they don't want to have an ethnicity problem in Turkey. Plus, they learn the lesson every time the idiots talk, the Muslims eat their behind. France and Austria. I don't know why they talk. They know that they talk, boom, innocent people get killed. But let's go back to the main point. The Turkish now has the Bakar drum with guided bombs, not missile guys, bomb, which make it real cheap. In relation with the US ammunition, they're outrageously expensive. And now we know that nobody's buying the crappy, non-functional Patriot missile. They are developing, they call it a mid-range between the shorter fire and the Patriot. Something in between that is supposed to be cheaper, but that's making a difference. There is no know-how how to build good missiles like the counterpart has right now. And now Turkey is a new kid on the neighborhood with good missiles, a la par with the Persian. So lesson learned, you better have some good air cover. So the top of the line F-35, MiG-31, and the Sukhoi 36, that's only for rich country. Poor countries, people with less money, they go with the Turkish kind of drums and their missiles and their bombs, the laser guided bombs, and they would eat up the enemy like they did with the Armenians. It resembles a little bit of the French defense line that they had during World War II that the German bypassed to Belgium. They just walk all over it because they were targeting the area with these new guided bombs and their missiles that they have, and then the Azerbaijan army just roll over it. I mean, no joke. That's why the people right now in the capital of Armenia wants the head of the prime minister, which by the way is a convicted felon. Don't believe me, research his life and they will tell you. Now, a lot of people say he's a CIA rat. CIA pay a person and also Soros guy. Besides the point, he's not going to be in Armenia anymore because the citizen want his head, period. 28 and a half years building not to protect from the Azerbaijani army so they don't take over the land, and they took over in 3 weeks. This is a record. And keep in mind the Armenian army has an army, and even though it was a conquered territory, they have their own military, so they have equipment, tanks, missiles, artillery pieces that they were focused on the before the actual tragedy of the Azerbaijani army in the north, and they lasted 3 weeks until the main conflict went south. They opened another front on the south and they lost it. Lesson for today, and to keep in mind, if you have a friend, a geeky friend, or a young teenager guy that like to play with drums, you need to start being friendly with them, put it on your side, because that's the future, guys. Okay, I know in Libya for a while the CIA backup group, they were messing with the Russians using little homemade bombs, but they destroyed quite a few airplanes, the Sukhoi 24 and a few helicopters, because once you put a little Mickey Mouse, half a stick of dynamite destroy the airplane if you hit it on the wing, or you hit it on the tail, or you hit it on the cabin. That's it, that's the end of it, because airplanes are made of aluminum, they are very sensitive. So if you have a friend that knows how to fly drums and is very proficient, go ahead and befriend him, just in case we go to the worst with those guys right now in Washington, making a big deal out of nothing. They lost. The way that I see it is he talked bad a lot, and the people punish him, just like the Hillary before him. He called everybody. What was that? Hillary called everybody that wasn't going for her. He used a funny word that I did not like. So she got punished. People went to the other side. It's not like people want to be Democrat, because on the last survey, 30% of the people interviewed were independent, 34% were Republicans, and the rest were Democrats. So nobody has majority without including the independents. I told you before, I'm one. But the second lesson is to make sure that you know your avenues, you know your area very good, who lives behind you, who lives in front of you, you know where place to go and stuff like that. If you have some kind of conflict coming to your area, you know who you can count, who can live in emergency, you AO, your area operation, because I hope I'm wrong, but it could be coming, okay? So this is it, guys. Lesson learned. Don't watch any Western TV because they lie to you. They're full of trash. They are worthless piece of you know what. Go to the Turkish TV, go to Azerbaijani TV. Some of them have CC, so you can translate automatically. Some of them they don't, especially the public TV of Azerbaijan. They just put a little bit that they want you to hear, and the rest they don't. It's their country, it's their TV. They can do whatever they want to. You cannot force them to say anything. And please be smart. Do not tell them to write in English or talk in English, because you're going to have problems. It's that side of the world, and they do whatever they want over there. Comprende? That's their AO. But you can learn. In life, the only time that you stop learning is when you die. Remember that. Okay, guys, short and sweet. Behave. Find a friend of yours that know how to fly and stuff. See you later. Behave.